Welcome everyone to the Rena Song Fest. This is the biggest songwriting camp in the whole world, and it's happening right behind me here at the wonderful Wood Studios in the town of Rena in Norway. Now, people from all over the world have gathered together to come here. They work in groups and they're writing songs potentially for next year's Eurovision. So it's really exciting, and it's actually such an honour for me to be here. So my main aim with this documentary is to take you behind the scenes. I want to show you around the whole venue, around the studios. There's another school over there where there's more studios. I also want to show you around the town of Rena itself because it's beautiful. I'm hoping to get some interviews with people as well as I'm passing. I don't want to disturb anyone if they're working on potential Eurovision songs, but hopefully in passing somebody might speak to me. So come with me and let's have a sneak peek at what's going on in the biggest songwriting camp in the whole world. So there's the main building where all the studios are, and there are people inside working there right now on songs for maybe next year's Eurovision. And then if you look over there, there's a school, and in there's more people working and more studios. So I'm going to take you around now and just show you what's happening. So inside there's the sign, the Woods, and you go up some stairs and everybody is upstairs working, so I'll show you when I get up. So here are the facilities, that's the hallway there. In there is where people are working, and in there they actually have Airbnb rooms where people can stay. So it really is the most amazing place. Now I'm going to talk to Lainey, who works here as a social media manager, and she's going to explain what a typical day at the songwriting camp looks like.
Right, so a typical day here, we wake up. At first, we have accommodation here at the studio, and we do very close collaboration with the hotel here in Rena, so a lot of the campgoers sleep there, and we have breakfast at around 9. Then we start the day by dividing everyone into groups at around 10. And then when the groups have been divided, everyone goes into the studios and starts songwriting. Then we have lunch around 12 or 1. Everyone eats for as long as they feel like they need a break, because it's also very important during lunch to network with people and to kind of give your brain a break from all the songwriting. And that's why it's very important that everyone actually does go to lunch, because everyone needs that break. It's not healthy to be inside the studio all day, and it's very bad for the creative flow. But yeah, then after lunch we have the second songwriting chunk of the day, and then we have dinner at 6, and that's again about an hour. But usually people take way less time at dinner than they do at lunch, because everyone is kind of oh, we need to wrap this song up. And then we have the deadline to turn in the song, the split sheet and the lyrics at 9. Because then we have a listening session at 10 where we listen to all of the songs from the day together, and every group gets to tell us a little bit about their song. And yeah, that's the typical day here at our songwriting camps. They're awesome.
So now I've come outside to the main area, and you can see there's tables here and food, and you can sit and chat and work here. And then there are studios off this area as well, so let's see what we can find. I'll just poke my head around here and see. Maybe we can see something. Oh, so that's actually 2 members of CITI ZÄNI. If you remember them from Latvia, from the 2022 Eurovision, they sang Eat Your Salad. So sweet that they're waving at me, and I'm allowed to go and interview them, so let's go.
We are from the band CITI ZÄNI, me and Douglas, and Emmy is on a great journey trying to write us a beautiful song.
Yeah! Trying!
Yeah.
And what are you doing here today?
We are trying to write a song that we've had in our plans, maybe for a longer time. A phrase that was written down that we thought was really, really good. And, the question is, will we be able together to open it up and to make it into a song? Yeah.
And where are you now in the songwriting process?
We have, I think, the rough draft of what we're going for.
Yeah.
We thought that we had a chorus, but we wrote first verse, and we understood that we need a better chorus.
So yeah.
Right.
the words are right. The melody, that's
not
the thing
quite
that we want to make better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so now it's going to be a lot of. Okay, we should be. Yeah,
And are you still at the melody stage of the song, or have you started producing?
We have started producing.
So you know the kind of sound you want and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
In this case, I think the vision came pretty early, right? I think we figured it out how it could go pretty early.
True.
And the cool thing is that, for example, today we set the kind of guidelines for ourselves where we want to go with it, what has to be there, what we won't do, and what we would like to focus on. And it puts it on track to go somewhere meaningful, meaning that it's not just a song that we're writing, but we are mindful of what we want, what emotion that we want for it to invoke, and how we would like for it to sound and look, right? And those are the things that you never know, right? When you start a day, if something is gonna come out of it, but it feels like today is one of the good days.
So at this stage they started working with their producer on the song, and although I can show you some of the video footage, unfortunately I cannot let you hear the song. Everything has to be muted. If anything gets heard before September 2024, the song could be disqualified if it ends up in Eurovision. So after CITI ZÄNI, we got to go into another studio, and sitting right in front of my eyes was Lasse here. So for those of you who don't know, Lasse wrote the winning Eurovision song this year for Nemo. The song is called The Code. And Lasse also had those really funny TikTok videos where he was holding the Eurovision trophy, and the words above him said, "Nobody on this plane knows that I wrote the winning Eurovision song." So I loved those TikToks. So today he was working on a really stunning masterpiece, really I would call it, with two artists, Elspeth Redder and Elsie Bay. Elsie was in Melody Grand Prix a couple of times. So it was a really wonderful experience to be here and to witness this song in progress. So I'm upstairs where the studios are, and this is where all the magic happens. There's some studios there. They have some lovely food out for everybody. There's some more studios there, some people working. And I happened to find someone who I think is writing a song. Would that be correct?
That would be correct.
Oh, so do you want to say who you are and what you're doing and where you're working?
Yeah. Hi, my name's Kate. I'm a songwriter. We're working in the Wood studio today.
So one of these here?
Yes, we're in Studio 3.
Oh, fabulous.
We're writing a song for Eurovision.
Fabulous. And are you going to be the singer or a writer?
I think so, yes.
Oh.
We'll both be singing.
Wow. And what country would you be entering for?
I don't know. It's an English song in the lyrics, but it could be adapted for any country, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, best of luck.
Thank you.
And I hope it goes really well.
Yes.
Can I just ask you one more question? So
Yes.
what was it that kind of inspired you to come here?
So as a songwriter, I like going to as many songwriting camps as I can because I feel like it's the best opportunity to meet lots of different songwriters, different producers. Also, it can really help you get opportunities to write for other camps and with like publishers, all that kind of thing. It's like the more you do and the more people you meet, the more opportunities you get.
Fabulous. Well, best of luck with it all.
Thank you.
So I'm walking over to the school now, and on my way I just want to show you that gorgeous building. I see a lot of these buildings in Norway with a very dark wood. So I think some of the stave churches are made out of that wood. So I just wanted to show you that on the way, because the area here where the songwriting camp is just absolutely gorgeous. It's the most beautiful place to come and songwrite. So I'll go to the school now and see if I can get any more footage for you. So there's the school now, and you can see there's some people outside working on songs, chatting about them. I'm going to go in now and see what I can find inside as well. And here's the entrance to the school. And there is where you do your check-in, I presume. And there's CARL-HENRIK, who I think set this all up. So hello.
Hey, what's up?
You're CARL-HENRIK, and
Yes,
you want to
the one and
introduce
only.
yourself and tell people who you are. And you own the camp, is that correct? You own the studio?
Yes.
Yes. So would you like to?
I am Carl-Henrik, and I run Rena Song Fest with my partners. And I manage the Wood Studios.
And how many people do you have here for this? Is it something like 300?
Well, it's 154.
Well, that's
Yes.
still a lot of people.
It is.
And I was just commenting outside as I was walking up here that it is the most beautiful location. And I think for any artist or musician to come here and to be able to create in just the nature, the wonderfulness of it, the architecture, it's just beautiful. It must be the most amazing experience for them.
It is. But also, the beauty about this place, it's super boring.
Oh, not for me.
Gives us so much time to write and engage and make music.
Yes, I do understand what you mean though. Like it's very
It's also
quiet.
peaceful,
It's
yeah.
peaceful and quiet.
So it's perfect
Yes.
for people who loves hiking. It's perfect for people who loves to just be left alone and fish for hours. It's perfect for songwriters, producer, and artists to just crank out their next hits.
And I believe you have people who have come from all over the world. Is that
Yes.
correct?
I think we have 32 countries represented here.
Wow, that is amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
So potentially, like, I think this year it was 37 different countries in the Eurovision. So if all 32 nations get their songs on their local Eurovision selection, we potentially have 32 songs in Eurovision next year.
That's amazing.
Now that's far
I know
fetched, but it would be fun.
it's-
People win the lottery. You know?
Yeah, I mean it's a stretch, but you will probably get some songs.
You never know.
And the other thing about the Woods, which I didn't know, is that you can also come here if you just want to songwrite for yourself.
Yes.
So it doesn't just have to be for Eurovision.
Absolutely not. Eurovision is one of our many projects. We do have lots of artists coming from all over the world on a regular basis, just coming here to write their album or singles, or just work alone in the studio.
Yes, I mean that is, and that's really good for other musicians to know that they can come here. It's not just for Eurovision.
No, absolutely not.
Yes.
We have a variety of genres. And,
That was my next question.
yes.
So if people say aren't doing pop music, maybe they're doing something a bit more alternative, can they come here as well? And are there producers
Absolutely.
here who could help them?
Yeah, we have very diverse producers, and they know their shit very well. They know their stuff very well. And they make sure, like, whether it's jazz, whether it's pop, whether it's for Eurovision or if K-pop or ballads, it's a lot of the same principles, getting that to sound like radio ready.
Yes.
So we have a variety of producers.
Great.
It's difficult to pronounce some of these words.
That's okay.
And we just make sure that we have like the best producer for that project.
Yeah. Great. Okay, well thank you for your time. It's really interesting.
Anytime.
Okay, thank you. So inside the school there are more studios. You can see people working up there. You can see people working there. And this is downstairs. I'm going to take you down now and show you what's happening. And just before I do, look at the gorgeous lake outside. So downstairs now, and there are some people working over there, and here we have some studios, and I'm just going to go over. I don't want to disturb them too much, but you can see they are working in there. So upstairs, where I couldn't get access to those studios, this is kind of what they'll be doing up there as well. Now they'll be in rooms working, just working on their songs. Some girls there working. And then down here I found some more studios, so I'll just show you what I found is going on. So in there, some people working, more people in there, and then more studios here. So you can see what they've done is they're using, a bit close there, they're using the schoolrooms and they've turned them into studios for everyone to come and work on their songs. So it's just a really, really lovely idea. And here's someone coming out. Hi. So working there, and then we have some people in there and they're waving, so they may want to chat to us. I may see if I can chat to them and see what they're doing. So what inspired you to come here to the Woods to do the songwriting camp?
What inspired me the most was probably because I really love Eurovision, and I wanted to see how it was for me cooperating with other people and making music in groups and challenging myself with the people that are even more professional than me, and it's been very exciting. Yeah.
Excellent. And what kind of song are you working on at the moment?
At the moment, we are working on a duet, like a pop-ish song with 12-string guitar that I brought with here. So
very good.
Yeah. I think it will be very interesting. So fingers crossed.
Oh. And are you hoping to enter this song into this year's Eurovision 2025?
Well, you know, it's hard and it's difficult because it's so many great songs. But I really think this song got something unique because, like, it's a duet and it's 12 strings guitar, and we like have a very nice drums and everything that's very special. And I feel it's unique, but not too unique. So I feel maybe it has something in it that will catch. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, well, I leave you to get on, and
thank you
best
so much.
of luck with everything, and thank you for talking to us.
You're welcome.
So just quickly before I show you around the town, I wanted to show you the kitchen. All the meals are served here and they're all free, included in the price of the camp. So I'm out now on the street, and I just want to show you the lovely quiet town that CARL-HENRIK was talking about, because it really is very peaceful and idyllic around here. And here's the other side. And it's just such a lovely, lovely town to come and to compose music in. So just up from the Wood studio, there's a lovely little kind of square in the town. And over there is a really nice park. And I think someone's playing sports because I can hear cheering going on. But I'll just bring you over to the park because it's so pretty, just to let you see. Have some statues, some lovely picnic benches. Over there, some play equipment to play on. I think that's a train station there in the background. So if you were to come here, I'm sure you can get a train from Oslo all the way up. So as you can see, the park has lots of nice picnic tables, and it has a stage. So you can actually go there and practice your songs. So you can get pre-Eurovision experience. So yeah, it's a really lovely little park. So there's some more seating, which looks lovely. And then if you look, it actually has a cobblestone road, which is really pretty. And that's the main street there. And then look, it has a church, which is absolutely magnificent. So lots of reasons to come here to this camp, not just to write the music, but the town itself is beautiful as well. It's now the evening and we're waiting to go in for a listening session to the songs that were composed today. So I think they're going to play about 10 songs. I won't be able to show you the songs, unfortunately, because nothing can be released before, I think it's September or October 2024 for Eurovision. But I can certainly show you the video footage and just put something over it. So it's really exciting. And as you can see, here's all the people from the camp, and they're just waiting to go in now so we can listen to the songs.
People who are attending Rena Song Fest, please hurry up and move towards the building a bit faster.
Yes, baby. Sorry.
At ease.
Yes, ma'am.
And here we have STIG KARLSEN, the head of Norwegian Eurovision, coming now for the listening session. And STIG very kindly is going to do an interview with us once the listening session is over.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So I've come inside now and we're in an actual auditorium for the listening session. It's absolutely beautiful if you have a look around. It's a proper auditorium and there's everyone waiting and it's about to begin. So I'll go and sit down. So first of all, there's a group photo of everybody, which is really lovely. Then some practical details about going home. And finally, CARL-HENRIK is going to introduce the 10 songs that will be played in the listening session.
First of all, it's an interesting process to select these songs. At the same time as we try to help you guys bounce and export, at the same time trying to be here on time, and at the same time trying to turn on everything and fix the key cards because we can't get into the building. There is a lot of stuff going on between 9 and 10. So no matter how we twist and turn this, some people will be disappointed because we can't only play 10 songs. And I apologize for that. I wish we could have played all 37 songs, but this is a random selection of the songs from today. It's not my position to say that anything is bad or good, or like this is just 10 songs we have chosen because they have certain parameters of quality that like good mastering stuff.
So now the first song, this one was from CITI ZÄNI, and what they do is they play the song and show the lyrics on the screen here. You can see the participants applauding them there afterwards. The song was a real banger, really great song. Another song announced to be played was from Kate's team. That's Kate, who did an interview with us earlier. This song was perfect for Eurovision, great fun and a great and interesting melody. The other participants absolutely loved it as well, and I got a great response from them. So the last one I'll show you is Lasse's team here. Their song was absolutely stunning, a true masterpiece, and the audience loved this one as well. So yeah, that was just a little sneak peek at the listening session to give you an idea of how it all went. And now we're going to go outside and have our interview with STIG KARLSEN. So I'm here with STIG KARLSEN, who is the boss of Norwegian Eurovision. So Stig, can I ask you, songwriting camps like these have become very popular recently, especially here in Norway. So first of all, whose idea was it to start running these kinds of camps?
You know, the music industry have done camps for many years, and I was thinking it would be a great idea to like have a camp which is just focusing on MGP. And while I was thinking that, someone knocked at my door having the same idea, and that was the people at Rena, the place that we're at now. And since then we've done a lot of camps, not just here, but in a lot of cities around Scandinavia. So it makes sense.
Yes, and are you finding that you're getting better quality song entries now that you're running these songwriting camps?
It's kind of cool because we get to have a conversation about what to make. You know, these people know how to write great songs, but maybe they're not that familiar with the format. You know, it's a TV show. There's a lot of things that I can tell them, school them in, so that they can benefit from when they are making songs for this format, because they're not making music just for radio or listening to on Spotify or whatever. They are making music that should be visual exciting as well.
And you must get a lot of song submissions for MGP. How do you actually find the time to listen to all those songs?
Well, it's the most important thing that I do is listening to these songs. So I just have to, you know, put in the hours, and I think that's why we've done quite well with the Norwegian selection. We're usually in top 10 or top 5, and that's because we know that this is the most important thing, the artist and the songs. So it's easy for me to prioritize listening to songs.
Yes, and do you listen just by yourself, or do you have a team that listens with you?
It's very important to have a lot of people listening, because it's never about my taste, and I know quality when I hear it, and it doesn't mean that I need to like the song. I just recognize quality. It's one of the, I believe that's why I have this job, but it is important to bring other people in. So we have like a confidential listening groups with regular people coming in, and I'm using a lot of music producers. So usually I play, you know, like the 60, 80 best songs for about 150 people.
And in terms of choosing a song, what would your criteria be? So would you go for like what you think is the best song, or do you choose from different genres to have, you know, diversity across the board?
Yeah, I would say both. We want the best songs, but of course we also want to make an entertainment show that has a variety of great songs. So there should be things for, you know, young people, you know, for a broad audience. It should be for everyone. But of course, we're always looking for the best songs, the songs that can do really well in Eurovision. But not all these songs that we pick are going to win, but they are going to give people a good time and something to enjoy.
And with bands like Gorta and Milo, who was in last year, how do people like that end up in Melody Grand Prix? Do they approach you or do you approach them? Is it their record company? I'm just thinking if anyone's watching who maybe writes their own music and doesn't come to a camp like this, how would they come to you with a song?
I'm doing a lot of, calling people, asking them. I'm inviting them for lunch or for barbecue or whatever, and start a conversation. If there's someone I really want to have in MGP, I'm going to spend time with them, tell them why this is good for them to do. The bigger the names, the harder it is to get them to join, because they have their own recipe of doing things. So it's sometimes people knock on my door, but a lot of times I get to call them and I get to explain why this is such a great show to be a part of.
Yes, and do you ever find there's a stigma around the Eurovision with certain bands or acts?
Not as much now as it used to be. Before they thought it was too kitsch, or that it was more show than it was music. Nowadays, it seems like people understand that it's a show for everyone. It's a show for the sophisticated, well crafted pop songs, as well for the craziness and the party songs and the novelty acts. It's a place for everyone.
And finally, we heard 10 amazing songs tonight in the listening session here. Did anything catch your eye, or are we not allowed to know because it's a secret?
Well, I don't think I should point at a particular song in my role, but yeah, there was some really interesting stuff that I had a good time. For 4 days now, they are writing over 100 songs, so it's going to be fun coming home listening to all of them.
Great. Thank you so much, Steve.
Good.